Hello everybody, here I am again. Well, um, so I had this, well, it wasn't a dream, and it wasn't a vision. A lot of people that claim they're having dreams and visions, well, I think generally when people say they had a dream, it really was a dream. But that doesn't mean that no matter what it was that they saw, let's say, um, may be prophetic, may not be. And a lot of visions are actually, more often than not, someone's imagination. Okay? Um, I myself have had dreams and have had visions. But, um, like, I had this imagination, call it that. That's what most people have, is just an imagination. Anytime I've come to you telling you maybe about a dream or a vision, I've let you know. This is definitely my imagination. Just kind of let my imagination go for a little while, and I was thinking to myself, like, if we could bring back the Colosseum idea for a little while, where people could fight to the death, which I'm all about peace and no violence, but I think that a whole lot of problems could be solved if we practiced it for just a little while. And a lot of different ideas came up when I was thinking this. I think the best idea that I came up with out of a whole bunch of ideas, just kind of using my imagination, would be like a stadium. We fill a stadium up, and like a football stadium, and we get all the world leaders in there that don't mind ruining the lives of everyone in their nation. Um, they don't mind killing their citizens. They don't mind murdering the boys that are in their military, let's say. Um, they don't mind poisoning the children, both physically and emotionally and mentally, um, through the education system. And just all these world leaders who are obviously godless, spineless, um, and antichrist, call it that, and they're definitely not pro-Christ. They don't care anything about doing to others that they wouldn't want done to them. So, which is really, the golden rule. We get that from, Jesus pretty much put that in your face. And if you can't get on board with that as a human, then you're less than human, like subhuman, which is basically the world leaders at this point. Like Emmanuel Macron, and some of these guys, and some of these women too. We put them all inside this football stadium or whatever, versus me. I'm trying to kill a whole bunch of birds with one stone here. Like, this is actually this idea, this imagination that I kind of just ran with. We'll take a couple of videos to explain it in detail, but like, I think anybody involved, every world leader that's in the United Nations, should be part of this. I do think that, like, since the United Nations has always been like not very neighborly, not very loving with Asia. I kind of feel like Asia, almost like at least China and Russia, those two world leaders, let's say, they could just be spectators. Um, they don't really need to be on the field, the playing field, we'll call it. And what we should do is maybe Donald Trump could figure out where we could have this venue. I definitely think that there should be gambling and everybody should have the opportunity to be able to gamble on this, and it should be something that should be televised. Everyone on Earth should have an opportunity to see it live. It's a live event, and of course I'll be there. I think everybody should get like maybe a short sleeve T-shirt, and a pair of shorts. Um, you know, any of the world leaders that happen to be women, well, they're allowed to wear like a bra if they want underneath their T-shirt. Everybody has like the same uniform on. If a man wants to wear like a jock and a cup, that's fine. Um, I'm talking to the leader of India, the leader of France. I don't think that we need like Boris Johnson. That's who we need. Him. The royal family doesn't really need to be involved in any way. Um, anybody who's really making decisions and they're ruining people's lives and whatnot. So all those people, and we could even maybe make it to really make it interesting. We could like Joe Biden's obviously going to be there. Maybe all presidents and vice presidents. Maybe 2 people per country shows up there. I myself I'm planning on, this is a fight to the death, of course, me versus all world leaders. And everybody can put their money on it or whatever. You're actually gambling your life and soul on it just by watching it, actually, probably. I can't explain that. You'll just have to see. And let's see. The United Nations leaders get 5 weapons. I think 3 bullwhips and like a shorter, like cat of 9 tails maybe, and then like a game ender spear, right? I will turn the cheek for the first 76 times. Like, if they haven't killed me by the time, see, you guys can't prove me wrong in any way except for the only opportunity you have is to kill me because I said that I can't die. So this is the only chance for the world leaders to save countless lives of all these people in all these nations. Maybe we can not even have World War III. Maybe lots of people don't have to die in none of these military men and women, girls and boys that are in the military. Maybe they don't have to die. Anyway, I'll turn the cheek 77 times kind of thing. But like on the 76th time of bullwhipping me and cat of 9 tails in me or whatever, of course I can't, I'm not going to be strapped down. I will kind of, to a certain degree, defend myself, making it kind of what a sport. That's why we need a whole football field. But I don't have a weapon. I'm giving you guys the weapon. If you haven't killed me after like 76 lashings, and I will turn the cheek 77 times kind of thing, my suggestion is to just go ahead and use the game ender spear. That's going to be your last chance. It's kind of a fight to the death. It's all you or me. And I'm only going to rely on the Daniel 3 instant karma effect of, well, every time you whip me, you'll be the one that gets whipped. If somebody decides to put the game ender spear through me, they're also going to get punctured. That kind of a thing. Of course, I'll tally up some lashings of my own, so you guys will be up on me. A whole team of you might have the chance to kill me if you all work together. I don't think anybody will be able to handle the whips and whatnot for very long before they just can't handle it, and they'll have to hand it over, like pass off the baton to somebody else. Maybe all you world leaders, like a kind of a cage match in there with me. And I'm not living by the sword. There's no weapon in my hand. I'll turn the cheek and everything. I'm just going to hand you the weapons and let you guys try to beat me to death, because you guys can't beat me on a chessboard. You definitely can't beat me spiritually. And this game is getting so boring that I'm willing to just go ahead and sacrifice my own flesh skin so I don't have to keep coming back to you deaf people because you deaf people are just murdering with all of your actions all the time. Like you're incapable of not doing it. See what I mean? Like the blood just keeps stacking up on your hands, really on everyone's hands, specifically you world leaders that are just cowards. You want to use a national debt or something as a way to keep people enslaved when I've already told you that we're done with that. Like the Rothschilds and all them, they know that they have nothing on you. Like I set you free like a year and a half ago and told you that the Israelites, and that's the scattered Israelites, that's everyone on every continent, they're done being slaves. We're not paying these bills that we don't owe. After 7 years or whatever, after 6 years, that we're debt free. The debt was forgiven. So whatever country you're in, it doesn't really matter. We're done with this stupid facade hogwash of a world system that doesn't work and it's completely broken. And I plan on setting the prisoners and the slaves on every continent in every country free from you losers that are part of the lie that's the United Nations, each world leader of each nation. There's nothing united about any of you. There's not even anything united about the states of America. So, yeah, this is just, I think Donald Trump could get the venue together, come pick me up. We could work out the details, the rules and whatnot, but I pretty much just laid it out there. You guys can, 5 weapons, 3 bullwhips, 1 cat o' nine tails, 1 game ender spear. Me versus all world leaders. And if you don't want to do this, well, then you could throw up the white flag in your nation. Or if you just don't show up, then whatever happens to me will happen to you. So you can either take part of it or stand down, or you suffer for not participating, because every lashing that I take, you'll take. For example, like let's say the leader of India decides he doesn't want to partake in it. Too bad. If you don't throw up the white flag or partake in it, you're going to just get whatever I get. You're just going to get that too. See what I mean? Just how it is. That's how I think we should do it. We should solve all this. Because the plausible deniability, just the blood keeps stacking up in your hands. You're going to go to hell for that. Like, I need to prove to you that my God is real and that every word that comes out of my mouth needs to be listened to like your internal life depended on it. And I need to be taken seriously. Yeah, that's exactly right. That's how it is. So, yeah, that's what just an imagination, just kind of a thinking out loud. We could do the same thing and not even use world leaders. We could use like pedophiles, everybody who's been convicted of child porn or anything. You know, we could just fill up the whole stadium with LGBTQers, and it could be. But I think the world leaders, because that's where the problem starts, is with you all, generation after generation. You just handing off the baton of deceit and slavery. And I'm here to stand against it. I'm sick of it. So the only way you could prove me wrong on anything I've really ever said is that I can't be killed, and I'm giving you that opportunity to kill me. That. I don't know, something to think about. The United Nations leaders need to realize that every day that they avoid me, they're just one day closer to hell. That's right. And the only way to get out of it is repentance. And since you're not promised even tomorrow, the sooner that you repent, the closer to not going to hell you are. And I'm so sure of it, well, that I'm risking my life just bringing you this information. Like, I challenge you cowards, and that's the world leaders, that have obviously outsmarted the rest of the human race by even being there. So, since I've already defeated you, the smartest of the smart ones, the ones that have outsmarted the rest of society, I've outsmarted you because you can't even step up to the plate and even have a conversation or play a little chess. Because you've been beat, because you're godless, because I have a God and I stand on the truth. And your reality is just a lie stacked upon a lie on top of a foundation of lies. And you lose. And you go to hell for losing because you never cared to try, because you never cared to win, because you never cared to know the Almighty Creator, because you just wanted to live from birth to death within the lies that have destroyed humanity since the beginning of time, and it continues to, because you're just all a bunch of blind fools. Later.